Good afternoon, drivers. I hope everyone's doing well today. What you're going to be watching today is a compilation of shorts, basically, short stories that we got from the Lettuce King. Now, this wasn't the most recent time that he came up to visit us. This would have been back in the fall, as you'll see from the lack of snow in the background footage here. Um, but yeah, we forgot we were sitting on these, and now instead of just drip feeding them to you guys, we're just gonna put them all into one big compilation for you guys to enjoy. Um, some of these stories are, definitely pretty funny. But as a quick reminder, we are promoting our own stories at the moment. So if you guys are interested in picking up a copy of our own Smart Trekking stories narrated by Dave, we'll put the link for that in the description. You guys can go and check that out. And anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. And that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was coming back from California with a big hot load on and got rolling across the salt flats there and just hammer down, and all of a sudden the night sky would light up, poof, and I was like, what the hell was that? And the turbo had blown, and all the oil had gone into the exhaust and lit it on fire. Now you'd be saying, yeah, why didn't you know the turbo had blown up? Well, I did know that, but I was trying to get to the other side. I thought, I'd be able to at least get to the other side closer to Salt Lake City, but you get into it a little bit more and the oil would light up in the exhaust and flames would come out the pipes. Anyways, I guess somebody going the other way had seen this and had called 911 that the truck was on fire. And finally I figured I'd better stop because I'd probably, didn't want to run the truck out of oil. And I seen all the fire trucks going the other way, and I thought, I wonder where the fire is. Anyways, they were looking for me, but never did find me, so I was good. It was an extremely fat load. I think it was just on the drives or there was something, and I was running on like no fuel, and I was running down on the bottom, so I was going around New Mexico and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, oh no, wait a minute. No, I was on 80, sorry. So I was going around the Wyoming port. And I had my little map book there out of Nebraska, and I had it figured out that if I come out on 25 up by Casper, there was a truck stop and I could get fuel and yada yada yada. Anyways, apparently there was a fork in the road and I missed the fork, and I get to the interstate right on fumes, and there was no truck stop there, no fuel, no truck stop. So there I am in the middle of the night, laying in the middle of the highway with a Coke can, taking fuel from the reefer tank to put enough in the truck to try to get like the one exit down. That was a lot of Coke cans of fuel to try to get it all in the one tank, just enough so that I could at least get the damn thing off the road. So, and that wasn't much fun. So this same guy, we were sitting in a truck stop, and I was sitting here, and the big burly guy was sitting here, and Dave was across the table from him, and the big burly guy was having a sensitive moment, telling Dave about, I forget what it was. It was about the fact he'd been adopted, or his cat died, or some damn thing. And he's telling Dave this story, and he's all serious, and Dave's trying to look at this guy in the face, and I'm going, right? Dave, after we walk out of the truck stop, Dave's trying to keep a straight face. Dave goes, you asshole, he's going to kill me if I hadn't laughed at him, right? And I'm making faces at Dave the whole time. And it's just another funny Dave story. I think of him walking and going, you asshole. Oh, God. This story makes me seem like I'm a little bit
Twisted in the
twisted
head.
and unhinged or something, but in all fairness, I mean, the guy bent my new bumper in my chicken light. So, but no, I was bobtailing actually, and a guy had cut me off and put me into a snowbank, and I bent my bumper, and so when I caught him at the stoplight that he was at, I needed to get his attention by grabbing the seatbelt and wrapping it around his neck, and I got his attention.
And why did you decide to let him go?
Because he had a kid sitting in the car with him. So I thought, oh, this isn't good if I kill him here. So, but, yeah, you know, I've calmed down a lot since those days. But, yeah, on the same note, though, same idea, I forget what this guy did, and I got into a bit of a road rage chase with this guy. And bobtailing again, and this guy was driving a flower delivery van, and I had this guy so terrified that he was waving a hatchet out the window at me to throw it at me. I was really pissed off. I don't know what he did. That was a long time ago, but these stories make me seem very unbalanced. I kind of was, maybe, I don't know, but I come rolling up to this traffic light, and there was an Alpine stereo play factory on the one side, and they had some sort of an open house, so they used to have all the Lamborghinis and stuff, and I roll up there and I'm like, wow, look at all those cool cars. And I'm stopped, and I'm at the traffic light. Well, this fella, we'll call him, pulled out of a driveway right in front of me while I was looking out the window. And this comes back to the pay attention, drivers, to what's going on. Not the girls in the bikinis at the, you know. Anyways, light turns green. I start giving her gear. But I'm about, I don't know, 6 gears into it. This little car comes flying out from under the front of me, waving his arms and everything. I'm like, what's this fucking wingnut? Beep. What's this guy want? Anyways, I finally stop. Little Chinese guy. And he says, you hit me full time. I go, what? You're crazy. You hit me full time. I guess he pulled right out in front. He had his car in neutral, and I pushed him from the bumper. And every time I would shift a gear, he'd roll away a bit, and I'd hit him again, and hit him again. I had the guy doing about 50 miles an hour before I guess he got his car into gear. You hit me full time. Anyways, so they called the cops. The cops came, and by this time I'm standing at the front of the truck. You can see the mark on the bumper, and I'm going, wiping it off with my ass, and I'm going along. The cop comes, he goes, no damage here? No, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Anyways, the cop goes, I don't think anything happened here. Have a good day.
Oh, too funny.
Yeah, so there you go. So another short story. So I was going westbound on 84 along the Columbia River in Oregon, and I had my 87 359, and it was raining, and I was heading west, just hammer down, and this IROC Z come off the ramp, cloverleaf, and I was in the left lane, and I was gaining on this guy in the right lane big time. This car came off, and she just thought she was going to get between me and the car before I got there. She didn't win. Spun her sideways up on the rail of the bridge, came off the bridge, went in the median, and did about 4 or 5 barrel rolls and everything, stopped, and I'm like, Jesus. And by the end of that was all said and done, her car was full of bowling balls. It's a wonder she didn't get killed. And I was so worried, and she come up and she goes, I'm the manager of the Jubet's Truck Stop restaurant. And she says, I'm so sorry, and so needless to say, nothing happened of it, but it's a wonder she didn't die, because she had all these bowling balls as the car's doing this down the median.
Yep.
Anyways, that's a short story. Dave's favorite story of mine was when I pulled a light pole down trying to straighten my stack out because I had bent my stacks going underneath the Lions Gate Bridge in BC and hit the stacks and bent the stacks back. So I thought, hey, what a great idea. I will tie the tops of the stacks to this pole in a parking lot. So I did, and the stacks didn't bend and the pole did. Pulled the pole down. So Dave always thought that was funny.